Here again with another Big Bang Theory Season 7 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am, a rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any type of spoilers that there may be. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 7, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called The Thanksgiving Decoupling. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode yesterday. So we find out that Penny's actually tipped a cow over. Sheldon doesn't believe it, and Howard says cow tipping isn't real since he has issues rolling his mom over. Howard invites everyone over for Thanksgiving. Sheldon says Leonard prepares a terrible meal every year and he criticizes it. And Sheldon really doesn't want to go over to Mrs. Wolowitz's house, but he agrees. Penny talks about going to Vegas and having a turkey dinner at a strip club. Mike Rostenkowski comes over to Howard's mom's place, Bernadette's father, and brings beer for everyone to watch the game, meaning beer for him. They want Raj to do all the cooking, which Raj, I'm sure, is actually excited about that, and Sheldon keeps comparing himself to a slave, so politically incorrect, as they're driving there. And apparently, Penny got married to Zach in Vegas, and they're still apparently married. Now, they didn't confirm this during the episode, but we're led to believe that they're still actually married. So Howard tries to make small talk with Mike, Bernadette's father, and he's trying to watch this football game when this is happening and drink his beers. Raj makes a height joke to Bernadette as Amy can reach something that Bernadette is unable to reach. Penny gets annoyed with Leonard continuously mentioning her marriage to Zach, so she goes to get some air. Zach is a previous boyfriend that's Penny's had on the show, the guy that wore the Superman outfit earlier seasons. And then Sheldon mentions I wouldn't follow her and because she left because she didn't want to get some air. And Mike says you should listen to Stretch. Great nickname for Sheldon. Penny says Zach is on the way to sign the paper, so he's already coming already during a holiday. Mike's really impressed with Sheldon's football knowledge. And Sheldon says his dad died when he was 14 and that he graduated high school at age 11. But all his dad cared about was football, so he learned a lot through his dad, football-wise. So Sheldon's actually never had a beer with his dad before, so Mike wants to have a beer with Sheldon. A toast to Sheldon's dad. And then Zach arrives and signs the divorce papers. He says, happy wife, happy life. And then Michael and Sheldon are actually getting pretty drunk. And Sheldon says it's one of the best Thanksgivings he's had in a long time. So that's crazy that he was so anti-coming and now he's having a really good time. And then Howard's mom has a bunch of clowns apparently in the bathroom. And Sheldon / Mike says Howard is the clown that came out of her, Howard's mom. Bernadette comes out pissed because of Mike and Sheldon's behavior. And Sheldon says she's so tiny. It's funny when she's mad. So Amy says, or makes Sheldon apologize, which he does. And then he says, ain't she great? And smacks Amy on the ass. And Amy obviously really liked that as she has this smirk on her face on the way back to the kitchen to grab them more beers. And then Penny and Leonard apologize to each other. And then Zach actually apologizes to Penny because he was a bad husband and never around because he never knew he actually got married. He must have forgot about the night in Vegas. And then Sheldon says he just vomited on a bunch of clowns. And that's what ends the episode, this episode of The Big Bang Theory. So pretty funny stuff in this episode. I liked the relationship that Mike, Mr. Rostenkowski, and Sheldon had in this. And that's like the son-in-law that he always wanted, but he has Howard, who is great with impersonations and impressions, but he's kind of a nerd. And Sheldon's a nerd, but he knows about football, and that's what a lot of guys like is football. So As far as my score this episode, I'm going to score it an 8.7 out of 10. We don't know for sure if it was confirmed that Penny and Zach were actually officially married, but it sounds like it was. And my character of the episode, I'm going to go with Mike Rostenkowski / Sheldon. Either one of them, they were hilarious. They did it. And props to Raj for doing most of the cooking, because that's what Raj is good at. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny, because that's the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory, because I'm like, who is that? In this episode, I'm going to give her an 8.6 out of 10. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure that you Hulk smash that like button, share this with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms if you deem it something that you'd like to share. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.